like I didn't expect to be out of the NBA at the time that I was. Obviously with the injury and everything, I was hoping I would be in the NBA for a little longer. Yeah. But I always knew no matter what, at some point I would finish my career in Asia. I think for me that was just like the diehard fans of, you know, my grandparents and, my mom's side is from Zhejiang. My dad's side is from Fujian. So being able to play in the CBA, being able to play and represent New Taipei, my parents were both raised in Taipei. And so just kind of getting back to where my parents and grandparents were really like where they grew up, that was always something where I was like, I got to do it. So even when I had left the NBA, my agent was kind of like, the best chance of getting back into the NBA is to go play EuroLeague. And even then I was like, as much as I want to be back in the NBA, I can't really justify going to EuroLeague when I've had these hardcore fans who have supported me for my whole career. Like, I got to go and play in front of them. Yeah. So that's why I went back to Asia. Yeah.
So how was like the last free agency for you? Calling teams.
Yeah, I mean, I relate to that a lot because you don't realize how quick the perception of you changes or like how quickly it's like, I'm doing well, I got a nice role, to I literally can't get a job.
Yeah.
And so when I think a lot of it started with the knee injury. And then basically after we won in 2019, I was like, all right, I'm getting back from this, my year-long, this traumatic injury. And I couldn't get anything. And when I say I was like, it got to the point where I was like begging teams, where I was asking them, can I just get a non-guaranteed training camp invite? I'll prove myself. I could not even get a non-guaranteed training camp invite. I'm saying like you have 15 guaranteed roster spots and another, 8 to 10 players who just come to training camp. And I was like, I'll show you, like, just get me in the building and I'll show you that I'm fully recovered. Ooh. And I couldn't get that. That's why I ended up going to the G-League. And so I went and played a season in the G-League.
How was that?
It was great because that's something that is kind of controversial too, but I ended up doing really well. I was top 10 in points, top 10 in assists on the second best team. And then basically all the top leaders, like of the top 10, I was the only one who didn't get even a 10-day or anything.
Really?
So I was just like, what's happening? Like, I'm proving myself. I'm averaging 20 and 8 or whatever, like on one of the best teams and clearly showing that I can do it. But again, it's just, you don't realize how fast it can change. It can change.
Yeah, and that was right after the championship. Right?
Yeah, so I won the championship. I went overseas, had a really good year, and then that still wasn't enough. And so I was like, all right, I'll come to the G-League and prove it. And so I came to the G-League, and that was one of the craziest decisions, too, because I ended up giving, between on-court and off-court salary, I ended up giving up $7 million to take a $30,000 salary in the G-League.
That's crazy.
And I was like, it's okay because I'm going to prove myself and I'll make, I mean, it wasn't about the money at that point. I was blessed to be able to kind of make that decision financially. But I was like, it's not about the money. I'll prove myself and I'll get another NBA contract and I'll be just fine.